Sup everyone, my name's Chris Lou, and it's been a while since I've done a vlog, or vlog, however you pronounce it anymore. And I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on some situations. One, it's been not hectic, but I haven't been making videos as often as I'd like to, mainly on the count. Sorry, my hair's getting in the way, and I can't find my hat. Not my little poofball hat, but my regular hat. My computer did go through a mess where my nephew knocked over some Dr. Pepper and it made everything just die and get out. And I got this new one. This is a temporary one, and all of my files, which I think I mentioned this before, all of my files for my horror game I was making, the Blender stuff and everything, completely gone. So that's an idea that's being put on a back burner. Real quick, I'm going to bring this up in a second. I know these are new, and I did this deliberately so it'd be in all my videos. But, another reason that I haven't been making too many videos recently is because recently I'm into Warhammer, miniature wargaming, stuff like that. As a matter of fact, some of you might know what it is, but I have an example I can show you. You get miniatures, put them together, paint them, and take part in a tabletop war game. Something I've been a part of for about 7-8 years. Kind of have disposable income. This is an example of one of the things I've put together and painted. You put them together completely from scratch, and I've been competing in a couple tournaments nearby. Oh man, that one's stuck. But I've been competing in a couple tournaments nearby, and I don't like using unpainted pieces, so I've been rushing quite a bit to paint them. As a matter of fact, in my first, the Lost Ones video, which, I was in, I mentioned that Jen was on the other side of my computer. She was actually painting some of them for me. So I went to one of the tournaments and I got these awards as a result. This is the one I've been building up for about 2 months now. I got this is at Hit Point Hobbies in Aberdeen, North Carolina. The Age of Defiance 2,000 point tournament, player's choice. What that meant was, at least I can think about it, is that I was the choice person to play against. I guess that meant that I was the most fun person to compete against, which I was enthusiastic. I loved everything left, right, and center. I didn't necessarily want to win, even though that was the outcome. It wasn't my biggest concern, but it wasn't something I didn't try. I didn't like throw the game to people, but at the same time, I wasn't there to win. I was there to get the play of the game, something fun that happened. Not many people understand my terminology. I would use, but I'm not going to use it. Safe to say, I was having a lot of fun with it, and I apparently had enough fun where people noticed it and gave me the player's choice. And then there's another one, the first round champion. It's the smaller one. I put these up with double-sided tape. That's not actual stuff to hold on to. But that one, I got a first round champion. In the first round, there was 3 rounds. In the first round, I got the most points out of anybody else. There was a big point system. I understand it, other people might not, but my little 2 awards there. And as I go to more tournaments over the next couple of months, Hit Point Hobbies Hit Point Hobbies gives these out in this specific style. It's supposed to be like purity seals for anybody who's into Warhammer. They give them out like this, which is really freaking cool, and for every amount that I get, if I get any more, I'm going to start stamping them in various areas until I don't have enough room, which hopefully it'll get that way. It's an eventual outcome. Another thing I wanted to bring up, I mentioned earlier that my horror game idea had to be put on hold, which it does, and in the meantime, I have gotten the RPG Maker XP engine. It was very cheap, and everybody said, well, why didn't you get XV or MX or whatever the other letter acronyms are? I have no idea how to work with an RPG Maker engine, and I've only been really piddling with it. Knuckles popping. I've only been really piddling with it for the past 3 weeks. Like every other day or so, especially when I've had time enough from not painting. I was in it, piddling with it, testing some things out. As a matter of fact, I just recently finished perfecting map and location transitions. Like, you walk over a tile, causes an event, and causes you to go somewhere. I just figured out how to do all that. So, another thing that, well, not another thing, staying on, I don't know why I said another thing. but I'm going to be hoping to have since I'm really getting into it, really getting the hang of it real quick, I'm hoping to have a demo of this RPG game, pixelated kind of thing. It's, if anybody's played Sword of Mana or even the old Pokemon games, it's very similar in terms of structure and design, but actually has kind of good graphics, which I'm very impressed with. I'm going to hopefully have a demo of that ready by the end of next month. Hopefully sooner, and I'll have it up on GameJolt. And I'll have to, of course, decompress the file to be something big, because not everybody's going to have the other thing to decompress it adequately, so it's going to be a rather large file. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I'm going to give it to a couple of close friends of mine to see if they can put it on their computers, and then I'll release it, a demo of it on GameJolt once I get a page made for that. So expect a game from me on GameJolt by the end of next month. The name of it is going to be Salvation and Corruption. I'm not quite sure if I'm wanting to expand on that or not, but as I progress, you guys will know, especially on my Facebook, which I haven't been on that recently, my Instagram, which is another thing I haven't been on recently, but I will start getting up to date with all that, screenshots and all sorts of stuff of the game up and coming. So, yeah, look forward to that whenever that's coming out, and I'm really getting enthusiastic about it, and it's something I've been working on for, like, mentally I've been working on this story for years. Not necessarily getting it into a game, but it's like a little fantasy of mine that's been playing. Well, fantasy makes it sound creepy. It's a story idea thing that's been bouncing around inside my head for roughly 5-6 years. So there's a lot to it. It's not in the exact setting I want it to be, but this game in particular, my phone vibrated. But anyway, this game in particular, stop it, is going to be one of many. It's going to be part of the same storyline, and not, like 10 games in, it's the same storyline, but it's a fantasy game that's going to eventually take place in modern times, and it's going to be based off of. It's going to be inspired by my own personal experiences, especially with mental illness. So it's not going to have like the big message of mental illness, but it's certainly going to make itself known. Anybody who even remotely knows me knows that that's a big topic for me. It's for anybody that even remotely knows me at all, will understand that it's also going to be based off of my experiences from last November and around that area. So that's going to be, it's not going to be like, exactly bit for bit, but it's going to be inspired by it. So expect that to be in there. I'm kind of trailing on. What time is it right now? It is 3:10 in the morning, and I'm not tired at all, so I'm going to be working on this for a while. So yeah, that's some of the updates. I'm going to be getting back on track with my videos. I've been kind of away from video making and such as a result of these, which I'm very proud of. And yes, I've been playing this game for like 7 years, and I've gone to so many tournaments. I've never walked away with anything, so that's a big thing for me. But yeah, I've been away for a while. I've been busy, and now I'm getting back on track with the game design, and hopefully that will be something to enjoy. Anyway, that's all the updates that I've got. That and my hair is getting incredibly long, and it is very cold. So yes, I'm in my house coat. It's cold in my room for some strange reason. It's cold in my freaking house. I'm even wearing my house shoes, which I usually do my games and stuff completely barefoot. But there's that. There's all the updates for that. I'm going to be getting back on track pretty efficiently. So sorry for keeping you guys at bay if anybody really had that question, because not a lot of people did. Nobody did actually, which kind of hurts. But there's that. Look for it on GameJolt whenever it goes up, which I'll let everybody know. And until next time, see you guys later.